Okay. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about zone offense. We've done some man-to-man stuff, but today I want to go over zone. And the first thing that I want to show is a simple offense to teach called logo. And we'll go over some of the very simple rules for that. This is an offense that allows players to play without too many rules being put in place, but it's very personnel specific, and we'll go over some of the roles for each spot on the floor as we continue through our video. Okay, so let's start here just by positioning. So we have 3 guards here up top on the triangle. We have our point, 2 wings, what we call the finisher, which is down here. She's usually going to be below this block in the short corner area. Now, she can be a little tighter or a little wider depending on the skill set of this player. And this is the player that we call the logo. And this is why the offense is called logo, because this player is primarily the focal point. Now, this does not mean that this player takes all of the shots, but we are really trying to get the ball as much as possible to the logo and to the finisher, and then these 3 players are going to play off of that. You still want to drive gaps and do and do some overloads, just things that are specific to zone offense. But generally in this offense, we want more passing and less cutting. We don't do a lot of movement from these 3 guards. The logo. And it's called logo because a lot of gyms have a logo here on the foul line area. And this logo, we give this player tons of freedom. She can work elbow to elbow trying to get the ball here. She can move down here. She can pop out here. She has all this freedom in this area to really play however she wants. So obviously you need a player in this spot that you can trust. And not only to trust her to make the right decision, but you also need this player to not be afraid of catching the ball here in this traffic area. We've put guards in that spot. We've put 4s in that spot. I've even had a point guard play in that spot. So you need to have ideally your most confident player to play here. It's great if that player can shoot 3s. She doesn't have to be a 3-point shooter, but it certainly helps. So we're going to take a couple of clips here, and I'm going to go through this with various teams to show you how different players play this logo spot. So you want your shooters here on the wings, and your point guard here will get shots, will be able to drive, but she needs to be a pretty good passer here up top. She's more of a distributor here in this offense. Okay, your basic rules for logo. When the ball gets to the logo spot, no matter where it is, these players on the wings are going to flood these corners. And then the finisher is going to be punching in either over the top or sliding underneath. She's got to move, because we want to put pressure on this player and then make these players here make decisions to leave these corner shots open. The logo might get a shot, she might kick it out. If the ball ever goes to the finisher, the logo is just going to dive. So we'll go through some scenarios here so you can see how this works. So again, this is a future Division I player. She was voted the 2nd best player in our entire league. She's an elite player, very, very good player. So you need a solid player in that spot. So again, we want the ball to move. The logo can go now. When she gets the ball here in the middle, there's your finisher. She's moving. These players should be getting to this corner right now. And sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. All right, so there, let's back this up just a little bit. Ball comes to the logo. We'd like this player to be getting some space and finding windows. Same thing here, but you see the finisher sliding through. Now, we don't convert here, but that's a really, really good look. Okay, back in logo again. And this was a good zone defense team. They had a lot of length. This girl here was about 6'1", and they were really keying on our star player. So again, getting the ball moving. We really want it moving, and every time it goes there, that usually is going to put the defense in a tough spot. And there it is again, the exact same thing. Thought she got fouled, put back and score. Okay, back into logo again. So now, because they know that we're trying to get the ball to this kid right here, that is making the middle player here now come up. They don't want it going there, which will leave this open. We want this player in that scenario, when she sees this middle player vacate and go up, she needs to get inside just like this and try to get a seal. Now, this is the correct read. We just make a bad pass. But that's what we're trying to get. Again, we really want the ball to pop. Logo is especially good against zone defenses that are a little bit more aggressive. Teams that pack it in, it makes it hard to get the ball to the logo. It makes it a little bit more difficult. You see our finisher moving from side to side. This player has freedom. She doesn't have to just follow the ball. Okay, she can stay on one side. There is no pattern that the finisher really uses here. Still looking. Notice how the logo has now popped out. Again, we give this player a ton of freedom. Play this however you want. You don't have to just, we actually don't want the logo player just to go from elbow to elbow, elbow to elbow. That makes it too easy. We need her to move around and be active. All right, finisher has the ball. So when that happens, and we want it to go here. This kid here was not a scorer, but she was a pretty good passer. So what's going to happen is that the logo is going to dive, which is going to, again, everyone's focused on this player. They know she can play. So as she dives, everyone's going with her. We really want this player just to stay put. Stay right here. It's an uncontested three, and that player is going to find her. She moves in a little bit. We still get a kick out to our logo for a three. Same game. So now we have a different player in the logo. We move kids around. We have a different kid here. Another very athletic player. Get the ball to the middle, attack, draw a foul. All right, so now we're moving to a different team, and you're going to see a different type of logo. Now this kid here, more of a traditional post player, not the scoring threat that you saw with the other team, but she was an excellent passer. So we wanted to put her here because she was such a good decision maker. And then you've got this finisher down here who was an absolute bull. So when you combine these two, some good things can happen out of that. So again, ball goes there. Let me back this up just a bit. You know, this was a very good player too. She was solid. But watch what happens when the ball goes to the logo. Watch our finisher. She's going to get inside here. Easy layup. You really want to have a good passer in that logo spot. Same thing here. Ball goes to the logo. Immediately, she knows where to take the ball. Probably don't want to bounce pass here, but we still get that corner flood for an open three. Okay, different logo player. So now you're going to see a really extended zone. A lot of teams now like to take the two top players in a 2-3 and really charge and trap the minute they get near half court, and this team was doing that, so we just immediately jumped into logo. So you're going to see another player, this number 41, who was an outstanding logo player. She was incredibly physical. So you're seeing how different kids play this spot in different ways. So you've got this girl here who could shoot three. She was a great stretch four and a wonderful passer. You've got a driver and a shooter over here and our point guard. So with that extended zone, that makes it really easy because once the ball gets here, they're in trouble. Swing it over for a three. But 41, you can see she's very, very active, and you'll see some clips very physical. So, okay, ball goes to the finisher. She comes in and posts up, and we wanted to get her the ball because she was kind of a tank. She gets doubled. That leaves the logo wide open in the middle. She knows where to take the ball. Okay, same team. Now, Again, 41. That kid was such a good logo because her mid-range game was just unparalleled. I mean, she loved that shot, and we would take that all day. Again, look how physical she's playing this. Again, kids play it in different ways, but this kid here, I mean, she sought out contact, and I think if you have a logo player that's going to play it like that, it makes it even more difficult to guard. So, I mean, she's putting a body on these kids and getting a seal, just demanding the ball. I mean, she really wanted the basketball. And the best logo players, that's how they play this. Now, again, you can come and screen. There's nothing that is kind of out of bounds here for the logo. So she's going to screen and seal and demand the ball. And that's just really high IQ stuff right there. Seal, money. Again, she's moving around. Look how physical she is. Just an easy play for that kid. Ball's moving around on that foul line. She was tough to guard. If you have a kid like that, this is a great offense. So again, watch how she's playing this. So we had worked with her on this, and she took to this just really well. So when the ball goes to that wing, she's going to let this defender go guard the ball and just nail her. She's not just going to stand. Look how she seeks that player out. You can see she's seeking her out, trying to get a seal here. Doesn't get it. Throw it back around, and then she pops out. Again, that's not a set play. I'm just letting her play this position however she wants. And when the ball goes to the logo, we're getting the same thing. Punch in and drift. Swing back around. Now she's moving again. Moving. Good seal. Gets it to her. Bucket. Great skip pass. And again, let's watch our logo player. But 42 again was one of the best overhead skip passers that I've ever coached, and that ball here is on a line. And the minute it goes, watch our logo. This is just basketball IQ. This isn't something that we're saying, hey, here's the play. It's just go. There's that open space. Go to work. Okay, again, finisher has the ball. Whenever the finisher has the ball, the logo is going to dive, and you can see her coming right here. So we'll go ahead and just play this through. Excellent. Okay, we're moving the ball. We want that ball to pop. We want the zone to move. Now let's watch this again. Any player that you put in the logo has to be comfortable in that mess right there. Don't put a player in the logo spot that is timid and that doesn't want the ball. The offense will not work if you have someone that doesn't want the ball. And this girl here wanted the ball as much as any logo that I've ever coached. So gets it, is fine, kicks it back out, keep moving it, logo pops out. Everyone is focused on her because she's so active and so physical, and you're going to see what that opens up. Get the ball moving. She's banging around there. Good patience. Now, the focus is so much on her because she had scored a lot in this game, but look at the finisher now. So by doing that, and we showed this in an earlier clip, so when that middle player decides, you know what, I'm going to come up and help take this away, that has to be a cue for the finisher to get this inside position, which leads to that. Really well done. Okay, different team and a different logo player. So this kid here was another outstanding logo player. Now, she wasn't the banger that 41 was in the other clips, but she was she was an elite three-point shooter and a great finesse player in the paint, and she could pass well. So an ideal logo player, not the aggressiveness as the other kid, but equally as effective. We're driving gaps, doing a good job. She steps out, keep the ball moving. Eventually, we're going to find her here in the middle, and for her, that's money. Too easy. She was about 5'11", which really helped as well. Catch, excellent pass to another good shooter in the corner, knock it down. So Usually, we're going to throw bounce passes to the logo. But again, when you have a 5'11 shooter here in the middle, that definitely makes it easier. So, again, follow our rules here. Ball goes to the logo, flood, which leaves her the shot, and then our finisher needs to punch in. There's our catch. Here comes the punch in here, and immediately our logo knows when she catches it, I'm going to have these players in the corner if I don't have a shot, which leads to that open three. Excellent job. Again, same game. I mean, this team put on a logo clinic in this game. It was a lot of fun to watch. So again, this kid's doing a great job. She's going to come down, then come back up. She has total freedom to move however she wants to get open. Really hard to guard that. All right, a different logo here in the middle. Again, this is an elite shooter, good decision maker, not as aggressive as 41, doesn't have the size of the last player, but equally as effective. And again, we want those kids to be really active. Moving the ball, we're going to find her, and you cannot give her that. Get the ball moving. Get the ball moving. We don't want it held. There's a good drive by the guard. I mean, all that stuff is open for kids if they want it. Nice ball movement here. We don't want it held. Nice. Very good pass to the middle. And again, you don't want to give this player. Now let's watch this pass here and look at our finisher. Our finisher is basically sealing this player from coming to help, which is exactly what we want to do. She didn't hesitate, just turn and shoot. Again, ball moving, goes to the logo. Now this is what happens after you make a few of these. She catches, this player's got to come out, and the minute she comes out, ball fake and attack. Very well done. So that is logo. There are things you can do off of that, but that is the basic idea. So when it goes to the logo, your wings flood the corners, your finisher punches in. When it goes to the finisher, your logo is going to dive. So you're going to get open threes on this. You're going to get the ball inside. But the key to this offense is finding the right player to play that logo spot and just trusting some of their basketball IQ to make the right plays. So that's logo.